Welcome back, and in this lesson we are going to be using Postman to test some of our routes. We want to create a post route on our local server, so this is where we need to enter in the URL, because of course that right now we're still on the get route, so that's just going to get, and we want to be able to post to Postman. So let's set that up, and the path that we want it to go to is, let's set up comment. And we're going to send some content over. So this is where we need to use our request body in order to pick up that information. So going back into our editor, so we've got all of our variables are set up there. And we need to add some middleware in order to be able to use body parser. And what the middleware will do is it's going to allow us to capture that content before it goes into the routes. So we need to add in also the body parser to get encoded URLs. So let's add that one in as well. So we'll add that next. So it's URL encoded extended as false. So again, this is a body parser. So again, middleware capturing that content before we're making use of it within our application. We can also get rid of the pusher trigger if we want to, but for now we're going to leave that in because we're going to need that within our route. So just like we had the get route, we need to create a post route, and this is going to be done through Express. We need to create where the route is going, so it's going out to post comment. So in order to capture that, let's set up this route, and we've got our request and our response parameters within the function. And first, let's do a console log and request body. And before we do that, we actually still need to define body parser because we haven't defined that up here at the top. So let's do that before we try to use it. So within our variables, so variables, body parser, and we need to require that body parser module. So bring body parser into our project, and this should actually be lowercase. So let's save that. So it looks like it's working. We didn't throw any errors. So let's try this again. We'll do the send. And we're sending our post. So we don't get anything that's being output here. And let's change it over to a form format. So name. Okay, so now we've got some body content that we're sending over. And I'll try that again. So there we go. So we are picking up that content within a JSON format. So this is information that's being sent. So you got to make sure that we're sending it within a form format, and that's where body parser is able to get that URL encoded data and return it back as JSON. So we can do the request body, and we see it's being output in the console as JSON data. So we don't have our response yet. So let's create a response. So it's RES for response, and we're not going to do JSON. We're just going to do the request body because it's already within a JSON format. So just response, request body, try to send it again. So there we go. So we get that information. So whatever we're passing through, we see that it's being returned back within the request body. So everything is working. We also see that content being picked up within the console. So we're ready actually to make use of it and send that information over into Pusher. So that's coming up next.